Hi guys, hope you're doing well today. It's Maroun. Welcome to another HIIT class. Today we're gonna perform a HIIT class just using our body weight. So you only need a mat, nothing else. We're gonna start with a small dynamic warm-up. Then we're gonna switch to 8 exercises, doing them back to back, resting 20 seconds between each and every exercise. So I need you to join me for a small dynamic warm-up before we start. I'm gonna start by inhaling all the way up, big inhale, and then exhale, press it down. Big inhale up, press down. One more. Arms up, big inhale. Exhale, take your hips to one side, arms go to the other side. Try to keep a straight line rather than bending forward. Big inhale up, exhale, arms one side, hips go to the other side. Last one. From here, I'm going to start by walking all the way to plank. So all the way till my wrist under my shoulders and back up. Try to walk with control and try not to swing too much with the hips. Brace your core, squeeze your glutes, and when the wrists reach under your shoulders and your body is in a straight line, you stop and then you slowly back walk up. Next time you're in a plank position, you're gonna keep it here, you're gonna step here and then open. Try to extend or rotate with the upper spine, then control back. Load back, step with the other leg. Make sure when you step, you're in a straight line with the arm, your wrist under your shoulders, and then you open, extend the upper back, control back. Try to keep your hips down, knee out, rotate, load back, and then alternate. All right, and then slowly walk back up. From here, I'm gonna be in a squat position. I'm gonna try to lower as much as possible without bending the knees. Squat down, chest up, back straight. 1, 2, all the way up. Down without bending the knees, squat. Two more. Shake it off. I'm gonna do some hinging. So I'm gonna stand here so you can see me from the side. Toes pointing straight. I'm gonna start by taking my hips back, squeeze at the top. Try to initiate the movement from the hips rather than the knees. So hips goes back, soften the knees, hold there, feel the stretch, then squeeze at the top. Four more. And 10. Good. From here, I'm going to place my arm here. I'm going to rotate as a wood chop, then control back up. So if you see my legs, I'm pivoting with my foot. When I rotate, then I will pivot to the other foot up. So pivot, hold, control up. So the rotation comes from the hips, not from the lower back. 3 more. I'm gonna switch to the opposite side. So start here. Your feet is a bit wider than shoulder width apart. Rotate, pivot, back up. Four more. All right, so we're gonna warm up the shoulders. I'm gonna start by standing tall. I'm gonna take my arm across and up, keeping my shoulder down, my elbow locked, my wrist neutral, reducing the arch and lower back, bracing my core, reaching my end range here, rotate, and then take my arm back without swinging my shoulders with it. When I reach here, my palms facing out. Then I reset. Big inhale from the core, trap air, lift the arm, keep your shoulder down, elbow locked, rotate all the way back with control without taking your shoulder. Keep your shoulder square. When you finish, your palms facing out. One more. I'm gonna go to the opposite angle, so I'm gonna stand here so you can see me. Start with palms facing out. Big inhale. Try to activate your whole body, even if you're only working your shoulders. Everything's active. Big inhale. Take your arm back as far as you can possibly reach without shrugging. Hold here, rotate in place, all the way up. Keep your shoulder down, elbow locked, and down. Palms out. One more. Gonna do the same out to this side. So even if I'm working now the right arm, the left arm is also active. My whole body is active. So the neighboring muscle will also help with the movement. But I'm just isolating and only focusing on the shoulders and not moving anything other than the shoulder. Start back, rotate, take it all the way forward and back. Palms out, inhale, back, stop, rotate. One more. Okay, we're gonna finish dynamic warm up with a lateral lunge from one side to the other, and then we start. Okay, so I'm warmed up, hope you're warmed up, let's do it. The first exercise is going to be lateral lunge to arm raise. So from here, you're going to step across, take your arm all the way to your opposite ankle, and then lift up. So across, lift. Across with control, lift. You can use a dumbbell or any weight that will challenge you more. Even your body weight is also enough. So I'll set the timer. We're going to go perform 30 seconds on one side, then we alternate. Okay, lunge, lift, lunge. So it's like a squat. You're gonna take your hips back. Imagine you're sitting back, not too much pressure on the knees, and then you expand all the way up with control. Knee stays up, hold, control back. You don't have to lift your arm above shoulder level. So shoulder level is enough. Now we're gonna switch. So from here, I'm gonna step to this side, and then lift. Okay, gonna rest 20 seconds. And then I'm gonna switch push-up to taps. So I'll just perform one for you here. So I'm gonna go for a push-up, then all the way to tap. So push-up, toe tap to the opposite leg. You don't have to touch, just reach as far as you can go. Make sure your fingers are spread so the weight is equal. Push and then tap back. From here, I'm gonna lift, hold, slowly down. So opposite and then control down. Try not to move the hips. Try to brace your core. Control your body. Try to hold 1 second. If you feel that's too hard, you can be on all fours here, and then same thing. Five seconds. And then I'm gonna go for a squat, one squat, 2 reverse lunges. So let's do it. Squat, reverse lunge, reverse lunge. So if you see, I'm just returning to a squat position so I can directly squat. Rather than returning here, try to return shoulder, feet shoulder width apart, then squat. Going. Make sure your knee doesn't cave in, so don't do this. Make sure you put it out. So using your side muscles or your hip abductors muscles. And rest. Next exercise, I'm gonna be in a plank on my forearm and I'm gonna rotate. So here, rotate, control down. Rotate, control down. Let's switch. So I got wider a bit with the stance, so you have more support. Make sure your wrist or your elbow under your shoulder, so you don't hurt your shoulder. You rotate, you hold, and control back down. Try to control your body rather than letting it drop down. Okay. Okay. Gonna get set here in a glute bridge position. So all the way back, down. Heels closer to your glutes. Lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, control down. Your arms, palms facing up, so you're not using your arms to help with the movement. And try to squeeze the glutes rather than hyperextending the lower back. That's important. Always make sure your toes pointing down straight. Your ankle is under your knee, and then you're pushing or pulling your heels back to engage more your hams. Now from here, I'm gonna keep my hips up, and I'm gonna go for march. Control. So left knee all the way to chest, and then control. Make sure wrist comes back under, the ankle underneath. With control, try not to drop your leg, but rather control it down. Keep your hips up, keep squeezing your glutes. And rest. Okay, so I just paused the workout so I can perform this exercise so you can follow up with me. So it's called the Turkish get up. As a start, I'll be lying down, one knee up, and the same arms up. From here, I'm gonna start by lifting, landing on my forearm. Keep looking at my upper arm. From here all the way to my palm, I'm gonna lift my hips up, squeeze my glutes, my leg is straight. Now from here I'm gonna go back, here, up. Lunge back, down, land on your wrist, here, down. So it's complicated, so I'm gonna take you through every step. You can follow me, you can hold the dumbbell or just keep your arm here. Just keep looking at your arm the whole time. So with the other arm, I'm pressing the floor down. So if you see me from this side, I'm pressing with this arm down as a start. So my arm is like 45 degrees away from me. I'm gonna start by landing on my elbow, all the way on my wrist. Lift my hips up, squeeze my glutes. This foot go back. I'm in this position. Lunge straight, all the way up. Lunge back. Down, rotate, arm, and then slowly back. Try to follow up as much as possible. We're gonna start, resume the session, and then we're gonna go 30 seconds on each side. So I'm gonna start here, 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 lift your hips. So I'm looking at my arm the whole time, so I'm not losing my balance. Switch sides. Here, arm, hips.
Rest. Pausing session.
And down. That will challenge your balance and especially your core, so it keeps you like from shaking. So I need you to brace your core properly and activate your glute muscle.
Starting session.
All right. Second exercise, I'm gonna go for plank, side plank walks. So from here, I'm walking in a plank position. Try not to stick your glutes up. Keep a straight line from head to toe. Now from here, I'm gonna lie all the way down in the dead bug position. Start by taking my leg forward, opposite arm go back, and then control to center. Start with the leg, follow the opposite arm, hold, control to center. Always start with the leg, that's easy, and then follow the opposite arm. Make sure you keep your leg above the floor, and then the lower back is always touching the mat.
Press.
This is also good for stabilizing your core and the muscles in your lower back. Okay, so last exercise is the Superman. So from here, I'm going to start by lifting up. Keep my legs up, arms up. I'm going to rotate, take it here, exhale down. Lift, rotate, all the way down. Inhale, trap air, lift, rotate your shoulders all the way on the lower back, exhale down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. We're just working on our posterior muscles, upper, lower back, and the glutes. And also rotation for the shoulders. All right, that was round 1. We still have 2 more to go. So have a water break, and then we can start all the way from the top. All right, 10 more seconds, and we start for the lateral lunge across with the arm raise. Get set. Lunge, take your arm across, lateral raise. Try to hold for 1 second here, then control back. So push your heel down and lift up. You're gonna switch to the opposite side. All right.
Rest.
Push up to tap. Let's get set. Start with the push-up position. Spread your fingers. Push up all the way to toe taps. Push up all the way back. From here, lift, control down. Go wider with your legs so you have more support. Control your limbs down. All right. Have a small rest. And then we're gonna go for squats to reverse lunges. So get set, squat, reverse lunge. When I'm squatting, I'm sitting back, keeping my chest up. Keep your heels pressed down to the floor and pulling your knees out so your knees doesn't cave in. Keep going. All right. So I'm going to switch to the plank with rotation. Plank, rotation. So let's get set. On the forearms, wide with the legs, control down. Rotate. Switch. Make sure your elbow is always under your shoulders. You don't want to hurt your shoulder. Straight line from head to toe. Bracing your core. Squeezing your glutes. Control your weight down. Don't let your arm drop. Hold, control it down. All right. Gonna switch back to glute bridge. All the way down. Heels closer to your glutes. Palms facing up. Squeeze your glutes. Pull your heels back. Feeling the squeeze and then control slowly down. Always squeeze at the top rather than extending with the lower back. So if you do it properly, you'll save your back, and if you do it with bad form, that will aggravate and lead to back pain. So always focus on squeeze at the top. From here, I'm gonna keep my hips up, march, control slowly down. Back, slowly control down. Try to land your ankle all the way, come under the knee. And slowly down.
Rest.
Back to the Turkish get up. So here, all the way on your forearm, arm, lift your hips, here, step forward, lunge back, slowly down. Then switch. All right. Good job. All right. Plank side walks. So keep a straight line. Make sure to stay not lifting with the glutes up. Walk all the way. That will stabilize your shoulders and also works on the deep core muscle. Take your time, step with control. Keep a straight line. From here, all the way to that bug. In this position, arms straight. Start with the leg, follow the opposite arm. Control to center. All right. Okay, so Superman to shoulder rotations. Let's finish with that. So all the way here. Start by lifting up, rotate all the way down, exhale down. Inhale, lift up, rotate, back down. Try to engage your glutes. And try to lift higher with every rep. Okay. Wow, that was tough. Alright guys. 2 down, 1 more to go. We're gonna rest for a minute and then we hit it all the way from the top. Alright, 20 more seconds and we start. So I'm gonna perform first exercise across and then lift. Across and lift. So get set. Okay, switch. Okay, push up to toe taps. If you feel that toe taps is so challenging, just go for a normal push up, either on your knees or the modified one. So spread your fingers, push up, tap, toe tap. From here, lift, control slowly down. Right. Okay, squats to reverse lunges. Squat, reverse lunge. Let's do it. All right.
Rest.
Okay, plank with rotation. Plank on the forearm, wide with the feet. Rotate, control. Switch. Okay. Down glute bridge. All right, keep your hips up, knee all the way to chest, control down. Try to control it down rather than dropping it down. Make sure toes straight, pointing straight in front of you. Back to the Turkish get up. Knee up, arms up. All the way on the forearm, arm, hips, lunge, step forward, lunge back, down. Switch. Forearm, arm, hips. All right. Okay. Gonna go for the plank sidewalk. Keep a straight line. Try not to lift with it. Try not to lift with your glutes. Alright, all the way to that bug. Start with the leg, opposite arm, control to center. We still have one Superman with the rotations, and that will be finished for the third round. Alright, all the way down. Start by lifting up, squeezing the glutes, rotate, exhale down. Inhale, lift.
We will know what it is. We have no time for that. If we make mistakes, we are lost.
Let's keep going.
We are lost.
All right, guys.
Session complete.
Good job. We're gonna stretch a bit before we finish. We're gonna start the same thing with the hip flexor, then the hams, which tend to get tight most of the time.
United as one.
So we've been doing that for the end of every session. So I'm gonna reach back,
We have no
pull
time.
my leg, and then lift up. Feel the stretch in my hip flexor. I can even lift one arm up. And then gently look up. Keep your knees straight, same line with your toes,
We are lost.
and shoulders stay square as much as possible. Feeling the stretch here. Hold it for like 5 seconds. Control your leg down, and then alternate.
We are lost.
Reach back.
We are lost.
So my knee doesn't pass too much my toe. Like I can just look a bit up, so I can feel more of the stretch here. A bit of arch, but that's it.
We stand together.
And then control your leg down.
Forward on we go. Face
Then I'll
forward.
switch to the opposite leg and then land on my heels.
For that. If
Hold
we
my
make
hips.
We are
Start
lost.
by arching, pointing your toes up, and then float over your thigh. Keep your back straight, keep your chest up. Feel the stretch, hold it there. Keep pointing your toes up. Alternate. So hips square, landing on your heels, toes pointing up, arching the lower back, and then floating over your thigh. When you feel the stretch, hold there, and keep your toes pointing up. All right. Let's stretch the shoulders. Point your palms out. Keep your shoulders down. Take it off and then switch. Alright, I'm gonna finish with a spine twist. So I'm gonna lie all the way down. Take one knee to this side and then try to look to the other side, keeping my shoulder with the other arm touching the floor, and then gently pressing this knee down, looking to the opposite side. Make sure that your down leg is straight and hold it there. Good. Let's switch to the opposite side. So lying down, taking one knee here, keeping your down leg straight, and then looking the opposite side. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed today's class. I wish you a nice weekend and see you next week. Take care.